spent some time recently with my friend from Canada, Dr. Derm Barrett, a business consultant, world traveler, and lecturer. He was talking about the importance of creative dreaming. He said his concepts are based on his studies of research done by psychologists in the United States into the functioning of the mind, in which electroencephalographs were used to study which parts of the brain do different kinds of thinking. And it seems the brain is divided into two halves, the right side and the left side. Researchers have found that it's the right side that is the most active during sleep. Now, the right side of the brain is the one that engages in speculative thought. It's filled with images, conjectures, and provides creative solutions to problems. The left side is the one most active during waking hours. It performs logical, rational, practical thought processes, Barrett said. Creative people are right-minded people who have learned to use the innovative powers of the brain in their waking hours. And with a little practice, you can learn to use the creative ideas the right side comes up with during the night while you're sleeping. Robert Louis Stevenson was a creative dreamer who plotted all of his famous books, such as Treasure Island, in his sleep. Everything Stevenson wrote was produced by creative dreaming. If he didn't like a particular chapter, he would deliberately redream it. Barrett uses a tape recorder to record his dream ideas as soon as he awakens. You can use a notebook if you like. The idea is to spend some time immediately upon awakening trying to dredge up the ideas you dreamed about during the night. It takes practice. But you should know that it was your creative right brain that was doing most of the work during the night. Your subconscious is aware of your problems. You feed it the material of your problems during your waking hours when you worry and stew about it. During the relaxed period of sleep, your creative brain can come up with the answers. But the trouble seems to be that most people don't try to remember their dreams. With practice, you can remember every time you wake up. If you don't remember your dreams upon awakening, it's not because you didn't dream. It's impossible to sleep without dreaming. Watch your sleeping dog sometime. Sifting the wheat from the chaff of the chaotic content of dreams to discover what message our subconscious mind is trying to give us is another problem. Most ideas, it seems, generated by the right side of the brain are impractical, foolish, even immoral, according to Barrett. The important thing to remember is that some of them are brilliant, inspired, and practical. When you have a right brain idea that's a good one, you get a feeling like a flash of insight, a conviction of that's it. You've had it happen. Well, that's a right brain idea, a good one coming through. Not long ago, while relaxing, dozing, I got an idea for the plot of a story I wasn't even consciously looking for. It was positively brilliant, and I immediately set to work on it. It was not only a great idea, it was one of those that could be extended indefinitely, like the adventures of Tarzan. It was so good that I spent an hour looking for flaws, for problems and reasons that it might not work. I still haven't been able to find any. So trust your right brain to come up with a brilliant idea from time to time, an idea that could revolutionize your life. But practice remembering. Get that pen and paper by the bedside, or with a felt tip marker, make notes on your spouse right after awakening.